So it starts with him in my closed guard, but we got his head in his arm, but he is working to get posture, he does. He's backing away, and he does open my guard, all right? And once he's able to bring his hand back to press my knee, that's when I know he's really establishing a way to pass my guard to my right side. I can't let that stay. I certainly can't stay lying on my back, so backing it up again. As soon as he's getting posture and backing away, I'm grabbing his head again and sitting up on my elbow, and I'm going to aid this leg, to help my right leg. And I'm gonna reach with my hand to his wrist and pop it forward, and as soon as he falls forward and I fall back, I'm already gonna string an underhook, and I'm going around his head and I'm locking my hands together. All right, so I use that moment where I can pop this free and get the underhook before he recovers his arm position. All right, and then I'm gonna let it ride from here, where if I can get my hips out to the side, to my right side, then I can actually get outside of his arm and look at getting his back, getting an arm triangle, or hooking the arm, scooping my hips out, and going to an inverted arm lock. All right, so those options come, and others as well. Even getting outside and rolling him this way. These kinds of options come from being able to slip out underneath that underhook because I could raise it up. However, some people make it heavy. And when I'm underhooking this arm, and I can't get my hips out because it's heavy on that side, that's when I'm gonna start pushing his head and moving my hips out and sending my leg over to where I can isolate the arm and then get an underhooking kimura, possibly an elbow press, possibly crossing it over, depending on what he does with his arm, so that I can set up a triangle or an arm lock, or even while my leg is on the other side of his head, move my leg here, his head comes in, and then stepping over and getting an arm lock. So from here, since I was able to get the underhook, but I can't raise it up, he's making it heavy. Often the way they do that is by pulling their elbow back, like that, yes. All right, he knows what I'm trying to do. So I move my hips out, and my leg clears his head as well as his other arm, like this. And now the arm is on its own, and I have more strength against the arm itself. Sometimes he bends it, and I can just do this, and I'll get it, without even grabbing the wrist. Other times I need to grab the wrist. Sometimes I can even bend the wrist, or just get it to flex against the shoulder. In other cases, I'll do this, and then I'll change arms and go to a standard kimura. All right, but you can also, again, get it from the underhook. But what makes all of this happen, and what makes it all possible, is from the beginning, seeing how once he breaks open and creates space, how I can close that space again by removing that brace. He's using this to brace himself and create this space, and I've got to pop it free and underhook. And now, so with my underhook, that arm is not between us anymore. Nothing is stopping me from hugging him chest to chest, and then moving my hips to my right if I can, or to my left if I can't move them to the right. Move to the right is to get under the arm and slip out. Moving to my left is to get a deeper underhook and push his head, and then set my leg over to it. That's the only thing left in here that I can focus my effort on getting that arm out. And again, keep in mind that if he straightens it, you may have to just short circuit and say, I'm not gonna do elbow press, I'm not gonna try for any arm lock, and we go right to the triangle, because you sense that he's fast. He's creating space in whatever way he can, and you're trying to take away space. Okay, so there's another part to this where I have the underhook, where once I get it, if I can slip outside or exploit the underhook, that's fine. But you also have to prepare for him unraveling the underhook. So we do as we did before. He's backing away, I got his head sit up on the elbow, I pop it free, and as he's falling forward, I get the underhook. From here, before I move my hips to the right or before I move them out to the left to get this arm, he is bringing the arm up and in like this to just get out of that underhook. And what they'll do is usually do it fast. We're demonstrating it slowly so you can see what goes on, because when he brings it in, at this point here, I have to make a choice whether I want to feed the arm all the way through my legs and set my legs over, my right leg over his shoulder, and I can set up a triangle, or if I can keep him closed, I can sort of moderate that motion where I grab it with this hand, my elbow, his elbow, and I guide the elbow to my left hip. He's trying to pull it back over here, outside my right hip, but since it's going this way anyway, I can just guide it to that side, and then foot on the hip, rotate, push his head, and then set up my leg over his head for the arm lock. So that is also very common. When I did all the other things right and I got the underhook, he brings it up and in, and I've either got to get the arm lock or feed it all the way through my legs, raise my hips up, slide my hips out to the side, and then lock in the triangle.